All right, so welcome to our first day of Yoga for Balance series. So we'll do this for 6 weeks. On Mondays, we'll be doing yoga, and on Thursday, Kristen's going to be doing the meditation. So some key things that we are working on here, right, is yoga is all about movement and balance and kind of how we perceive how our body is moving and feeling in control of that so we can try different things and feel comfortable and safe in how we're moving. So if at any point you don't feel safe or you feel too overwhelmed, feel free to do whatever you need to do to ensure that you're getting what you need out of this. So in our level 1 classes, we are going to be moving a little slower. We're going to be doing a lot of body scans to kind of really feel how our body is responding and kind of recognize and acknowledge that. We want to embrace how our body reacts instead of be kind of scared or annoyed or angry that our body isn't really behaving the way that we want to. And so this is really meant to be for kind of all things dizziness, but there's a lot of different things that cause dizziness, right? And everybody has a little bit different experience, a little bit different duration, little different ability to do different things. And so I'll give some cues here and there, like for some things, some movements, you really don't want to do them if you have an active case of BPPD or you think you might have an active case of BPPD. And so really just kind of heed those warnings and trust what your body is doing so we can make sure that we're achieving everything that we want to. So my background is I've been a physical therapist for about 13 years now. I've specialized in concussion and dizziness for about the last 7. And so when I became a certified yoga teacher, it just really made sense to bridge the two together, right? Because yoga is so versatile, and there's so many great things that we can get out of it for mind, body, and spirit. But we can also use yoga as medicine, which is what we are doing with this Yoga for Balance program. Is we're leaning into the symptoms just a little bit in a safe way, but I do want you to challenge yourself a little bit. And if at any point it's just too much, then we pause, we take a break. Maybe we take a break for the rest of the session. All of these are going to be recorded, so we can always revisit it. I know a few people from the previous sessions, they're still watching and doing the yoga every day, and they're continuing to see progress and being able to lean into it just a little bit more. So with that, we are going to get started. So I want you to find yourself in a comfortable seated position. So that could be cross-legged, that could be sitting on a chair, that could be sitting on a yoga block or sitting on a pillow. But I want it to be someplace where you feel like you are supported, you feel safe, and you feel stable. So in that sitting position, you can have your eyes open or eyes closed, whatever feels most comfortable. And I want you to feel the sensation of where your sit bones are putting pressure on your mat or your pillow or your chair. I want you to feel the pressure of where your feet hit the ground or your mat. I want you to feel that sensation of where your hands are resting. If it's next to you, if it's on your lap, it's on your knees. Just really feel that tactile sensation of your fingers and your palms into that contact. And then releasing any tension through your shoulders, just letting them hang heavy. Letting your jaw go on slack. Relaxing through your face muscles. Relaxing your forehead. And taking a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhaling completely through your mouth. 2 more of those at your own pace, working to fill your lungs, expand your rib cage, expand your belly, and exhaling completely through your mouth. Then 1 more, working to inhale completely, getting oxygen in, exhaling completely. And after your last exhale, coming back to your regular breathing. Let's start at your toes, scanning what your body physically feels. Feeling your feet, your toes, feeling your knees, your hips, letting your chest hang heavy, your shoulders fall and relax, your hands and your fingers completely relaxed, your jaw on slack, your face relaxed. Recognizing those physical sensations that your body is feeling by sitting there. And then recognizing any of those other not quite right sensations you might feel. Recognize them, put a label on them, call them whatever you want. You can describe it with an emotion, you can think about it as a color, whatever it is. I want you to embrace that sensation. And whatever feelings you have associated with that sensation, I want you to focus on a sensation of neutrality with that sensation. So whatever not quite right feeling you feel right now, I don't want you to feel good or bad about it. I just want you to recognize it for what it is. Accept what your body is feeling and embrace that sensation. We'll take another deep breath in through your nose and exhaling completely through your mouth. Excellent. Now we're going to add a little extra motion. So we're going to tilt your left ear to your left shoulder in a side bend. Maybe feeling some tension through your neck, some tension through your shoulder, all normal. And then gently turn your chin, so your chin goes to your armpit and you're looking down to the ground. You should feel a different type of pulling through your neck, maybe a little bit more in the back of your neck. Recognize that, accept that sensation, and then bring your head back into neutral. Kind of regroup, reset, and then gently tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. And feel any tension through the side of your neck, any changes in sensations. And then gently looking down to the ground, chin to your armpit, letting your head hang forward a little bit. Good, and then gently bringing your head back to neutral. Excellent. So with those stretches, you should feel something different in your neck. Whatever that different feeling is exactly how you're supposed to feel. So all the sensations that you feel with different movement patterns aren't good or bad. They're just how your neck feels different. And when we stretch different parts of our body, we want them to feel different. That's the whole point of stretching. So that is our foundational concept of today, is that however we're moving today, whatever you're feeling, kind of physically in terms of tension or strength or anything like that, is very similar to any changes in not quite right sensations that you might feel, right? You are supposed to feel different as we move. And so embracing that sensation and those changes in sensation is what we are focusing on today. Okay, so now we're gonna move just a little bit more, a little bit faster, and with a little bit more breathing. So at any point you need to stop, regroup, do it. Okay, so we're gonna inhale, both arms up, and then exhale, cactus arms. Open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades back, elbows kind of go down beside you. Inhale up, exhale down. 3 more, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale up, exhale down, and we're gonna hold this down cactus arm position. So shoulders are down and back, shoulder blades are squeezed, elbows are close to your side, chest is open. And you're gonna turn to the left. Let your gaze go wherever you want it. Come back to center. Turn the other way. Come back to center. One more, each side. We're gonna inhale, turn to the left. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, turn to the right. Exhale, come back to center. Good, and now we're gonna inhale, both arms up, gazing through your fingertips if that's comfortable. Taking another deep breath here. Good. And then exhale, looking forward, arms to your side. Good. Reaching through your fingertips, shoulder blades are relaxed. Take a deep breath in, stretch through your fingertips. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, hug yourself the other way. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug the other way. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug the other way. Staying here in our hug. Lengthening through your spine, getting half an inch taller, and we're gonna turn to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center, and then gently dropping your arms to your side. Doing a nice scan, feeling your feet, your knees, your hips, your hands, your shoulders, your chest. Relax through your jaw and your face. Kind of recognizing those physical sensations, recognizing any of those other sensations that might be going on, accepting those sensations, accepting how you feel and embracing how you feel. Good, and then we're gonna inhale, both arms up, and then exhale, side bend to the left. If you're sitting down, one hand goes on the ground, other arm goes up and over your head. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. We're going to stay here for a second. I want you to turn and look to the ground. And then turn and look up to your hand. Back to the ground. Back to your hand. And then inhale and both arms up. Exhale, side bend the other way. And then turning to look to the ground. Turn to look to your hand or the ceiling. Back to the ground. Back to your hand. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands down to the ground or onto your lap. Good. Taking a nice scan here, taking a nice breath. If you're starting to feel a little overwhelmed, we can do a couple grounding strategies, like hand on your chest, other hand on top of it with a little bit of pressure. Hands on your head is also another good grounding option. Or hands over your eyes with your eyes opened or eyes closed. Any of those can kind of get your nervous system to calm down a little bit, give it a little bit of good activation and good pressure to just simmer things down as needed. So taking some time to do a scan, to get a little more comfortable. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale both arms up. Then we're going to twist and to our left and look over our back left shoulder. Taking a deep breath here, twisting a little bit deeper. Good. And then inhaling back to center, both arms up over your head. Exhale, twisting to the right, looking over your back right shoulder. Twisting a little bit deeper on your exhale. Good. Inhaling, back to center. Good. Finding yourself in center. Just going to change the camera a little bit here. Good. So if you're on the ground, you're going to sit with your knees bent. If you're sitting on a chair, then you're still just sitting on a chair. No problem. Okay, so we're going to do a modified cat-cow here. So we're going to inhale, separate your knees, chest goes forward, chin goes forward. So if you're on a chair, you're just opening up through your chest. And then exhale, knees together, arms go straight, chin to your chest. So if you're on a chair, then you're just kind of arching your back. And then we're going to inhale forward, open up through your chest. Exhale, curve your spine, chin to your chest, arms go forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more, each position. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good, coming back to center. Regrouping. Now we're going to work on some activation here. So I like to do one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. You're going to roll your shoulder blades down and back, open up through your chest. And then I want you to just gently tighten your belly muscles. So just feeling a little bit of tightness through this hand on your belly. So we're not clenching as hard as you can, but just like, oh, I want to, look a little slimmer in this picture. Just that little bit of activation. And then I want you to think about a string pulling through the top of your head. So I want you to think about getting an inch taller. And that should tighten some of your belly muscles there as well. So staying in this active, tall, erect posture. And take a deep breath in through your nose and exhaling completely through your mouth. One more deep breath in. Exhaling completely through your mouth. Good. Coming back to your regular breathing, but still staying active in this posture. I want you to gently look side to side, back and forth, at whatever pace you feel comfortable. At any point, you need to stop and do some grounding. Stop and do some grounding. This is your practice. Good. Next time you're in center, let's pause in center. Okay. Regroup. Recognize that we just shook your head side to side. You should feel something. So whatever you're feeling is exactly how you are supposed to feel right now. Okay, now I want you to drop your hands. I want you to let go of that string through the top of your head. So we're gonna kind of sit in a more lazy posture. Kind of just let yourself hang, whatever is comfortable. And when you're there, now I want you to turn your head side to side. Whatever pace feels good to you. Good. And then coming back to center. Okay, so we just did the same movement pattern, once with us very active and tall and erect, and once when we were kind of in this more casual, lazy posture. It is very common for your sensations to change in this position versus this position for a lot of different reasons. Your neck muscles work differently, your neck joints work differently. So just taking a mental note of like, oh, did I feel different? And recognizing that wherever you felt better, you are in control of the position your body is when you move. So if you notice that you felt better when you're like tall and erect and active as you moved, great. That's how we want to move through the day, with a little bit more stability, a little bit more activation. But if you feel better kind of in this more casual, not so active position as you move, then great. That's the position that your body wants to be in. And so recognizing that just some little bitty changes to how we hold ourselves can greatly change how our sensory system integrates information. So as we go through the rest of this yoga practice, it's your option to be in this nice erect posture or to kind of be in this more casual position. Okay, so now we're going to bring hands to your chest, dropping your wrists down, bringing your elbows up. Okay, and now I want you to gaze at the tip of your middle fingers. Keeping your gaze on the tips of your middle fingers, we're going to move in and out. Keeping it in focus, moving slow or fast. Good. Pause. Keeping focus with your eyes. Now you're going to make a circle with your hands. Excellent. And then let's switch directions. Still looking at the tips of your middle fingers. And now close your eyes. I want you to picture the tips of your middle fingers and then open your eyes. Is your gaze still directly on the tips of your middle fingers? Ideally, yes. If not, we're going to do it again. So keeping your gaze on your middle fingers, closing your eyes, imagining your gaze is still on your middle fingers, and then opening. Good. Keeping that gaze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, dropping your hands, dropping your gaze. Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. So, if you're in sitting, you're going to inhale. Well, and if you're sitting on the ground or sitting on your chair, you're going to inhale both arms up. And then if you're on the ground, your hands are going to go behind you, chest is up. If you're sitting on your chair, your hands are going directly on top of your knees. So if you're on the ground, you're going to push through your feet, lift your hips up. If you're sitting in a chair, I want you to stand up. Excellent. And then hips back down, sit back down. Good, we're going to do 2 more, just like that. Hips up or stand up. Hips down, sit down. Good, hips up, stand up. Hips down, sit down. Coming back into regular sitting posture, wherever you are at, taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good, and now we're going to move just a little bit quicker with some of the things. So we're going to inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. One more each side. Inhale up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, thumbs go right on your sternum. Finding that pressure, kind of being in that active posture or being in that more casual, wherever you feel better. Pressing your thumbs into your sternum as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good, and we're going to inhale, both arms up. So if you're on the ground, you're going to exhale, hands to the ground, drop your head, or if you're sitting on a chair, you're just going to go forehead to your knees, hands drape over. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. If that full forward fold is too much, then just dropping your chin to your chest. Going into just a little bit of flexion. Taking a couple deep breaths here. Good, and then we're going to inhale. Both arms up. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Take a scan in whatever way you want. Good. And then we're going to stick your right leg out in front of you if you're on the ground. And if you're sitting on your chair, then you're just going to stick your Right leg out straight in front of you. So that might mean that you have to scoot a little bit closer to the edge of the chair. Okay, so with our right leg straight, we're gonna inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, both arms up. And you're going into a comfortable forward fold, wherever that is for you. So if that's just your chin to your chest, that's where you're at. Good, and then inhale, both arms up. We're gonna switch your legs. So inhale, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up, going into whatever version of forward fold you feel comfortable with. Good, inhaling, back to sitting, evening your legs out. Taking a breath, taking a scan. Good, and then hands gently resting on your knees. You're gonna make big circles with your shoulders. And then if you feel comfortable, move a little bit quicker. Add a little bit of head motion. Kind of be free in your motions, wherever your body and head want to go, let it go. Good, once you're back into neutral sitting, pause, and then let's switch directions. Kind of letting yourself be wild, letting yourself be free. Kind of feeling how that feels when you shift weight onto your sit bones, through your feet. Kind of the motion you get through your spine and through your neck. All good things. And finding yourself back in neutral. Option to do any of the grounding, to regroup from that motion that we don't do a whole lot in real life. And so that is part of what we're working to accomplish, is moving in different patterns, moving in untraditional patterns to kind of stimulate our sensory system in a good way, and feeling that sensation of moving how your body wants to move, letting it move the way you want to, but knowing that we can come back to center, and knowing that we can have a little bit of control over how we move and how we feel, to give us confidence in moving and expanding into more comfort with those emotions. Okay, so now we're gonna go hands on your shoulders, elbows out to 90 degrees. We're just gonna do little baby circles forward. Good, and then little baby circles backwards. Okay, and then arms straight out. Little baby circles forward. Little baby circles backwards. And then pause, flip your hands up, little baby circles forward. Little baby circles backwards. Good, and then you're gonna bring your hands behind your back, grabbing hand to each elbow, opening up through your chest. Taking a nice deep breath here. Good. We're going to inhale, both arms up over your head, reaching through your fingertips, looking up if you feel comfortable. And then exhale, palms together behind your back, chest is open. Okay. Inhale, reach through your spine, get an inch taller. And then you're going to exhale into your version of a forward fold, arms over your head. Staying here for another breath. And then slowly coming up, bringing your hands to heart center, thumbs on your chest. Take a breath, take a scan. Feel those sensations, embrace them, not as good or bad, but as part of you and part of how you feel, and part of this movement experience that we're doing. Good. And then resting your hands on your legs. If you're in sitting, legs are going straight out in front of you. If you're sitting on the chair, you're just going to scoot your butt a little bit closer to the edge so both legs can go straight in front of you. Good. We're going to inhale, both arms up. And then you're going to exhale, twist to the left, picking your left foot up. Yes. Inhale, reach overhead, drop your left foot. Exhale, twist to the right, pick up your right foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left, pick your left foot up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, pick your right foot up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into a forward fold. Whatever version that is for you. Yes, perfect. Good, and then we're gonna inhale, arms up, legs are still straight. Exhale, twist to the left, both feet stay on the ground. We're gonna stay in this twist and exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay in this twist. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Good. And then inhale, both arms up. Exhale into a forward fold. So ideally, as we repeat some of these motions, we're able to go just a little bit deeper, a little bit further into each position as our sensory systems kind of catch on to what we're doing and recognize that, that it's okay to move this way. Good, taking another deep breath here. Good, and then inhaling, coming up. So if you're on the ground, you're gonna swing your legs underneath you, sitting on your heels. If you're sitting on a chair, you can either stay in sitting or you can go into standing, either one. But what we're doing is doing repetitive motions in different positions to challenge our sensory system in different ways. So if you're in sitting and you don't really want to stand, but you do want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can always put a pillow underneath you or sit on a different chair is another option. Okay, so we're going to inhale, both arms up, and then exhale, side bend to the left, but dip your right butt cheek off of your heels if you're on the ground. Sinking into the stretch, opening up through your side body. And then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, switching sides. Good. Inhale, back to center. Regroup. I'm going to switch the camera just a little. Okay, so we're going to go shoulder blades down and back, hands on your hips. So you can do this sitting on a chair. If you're kneeling, I want you to lift your butt up about 6 inches. And we're going to hula hoop with your hips. So if you're sitting on a chair, you can still do this, you just won't have as much motion. And then let's hula hoop the other way. Good, and then sitting your butt back down, regrouping. Good, one more, just like that. Hips go up, little hula hoop with your hips. So you're gonna feel your stomach muscles activate, your butt, your quads, your hamstrings, all good things. Then switch directions. Good. Drop your butt to your heels. So you might have felt a little bit of quad burn here. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, so from here, what we're gonna do is come all the way up. So if you're in sitting, come into standing. And we're gonna put one foot in front. So you're either kneeling on the ground or you're standing and you're just in a little bit of a lunge position, wherever you feel comfortable. Okay, so wherever you are, shoulder blades are relaxed. Hands can be here for stability or here, wherever you want them to be. And we're going to gently turn your head side to side. Moving a little bit quicker if you feel comfortable. Good. Coming back to center. Letting your sensory system regroup. And then you're going to sink your hips forward to get a stretch through the front of that back leg. Good. Then coming back, switching legs. So other foot forward, hands on your knees, hands on here, hands here, wherever you feel like you need them. And we're going to gently turn side to side. Good, coming back to center, pausing to regroup, and then hips go forward to get a stretch through your front right thigh. Good, and then coming back, either sitting down or sitting back on your heels. Regrouping, taking a deep breath in, exhaling completely. Then if you're on the ground, you're going to go both hands behind you, chest is open. If you're sitting on a chair, wrap your arms around the back of the chair, opening up through your chest, dropping your head back if that's comfortable. If you're on your heels, you can lift your butt off of your heels, taking a deep breath in, and then dropping your butt back down, bringing your head back to neutral, hands go on your thighs. And then, If you're kneeling, we're gonna go into child's pose. If you're sitting, you can go chin to chest or forehead all the way to your knees. You can take a couple deep breaths wherever you're at. And then option to stay in child's pose or in the forward pose as we work our way into Shavasana, or find yourself in whatever comfortable position that is. That could be laying on the ground supported, that could be sitting on the ground with your back to the wall, that could be sitting in your chair. Wherever you feel good, but comfortable and relaxed. So going through our body scan in the same way we did at the beginning, recognizing how your toes, your knees, your hips, that pressure of the sit bone onto the chair, onto the ground, any tension or sensation through your shoulders, your hands and fingers, recognizing the sensation through your chest, your jaw, and your face. Recognizing that we moved in a variety of different patterns, at a variety of different speeds. And so physically, we expect you to feel a little different. You use different muscles, you stretch different muscles, you got in different positions that you don't usually move in your everyday life. So physically, that change of sensation is exactly what we expect, and it's exactly what we want. So when we think of any of the dizzy sensations, anything that you would associate with just not quite feeling right, we also expect those to change during this as well. Because we're moving differently. We're moving in different patterns, we're moving at different speeds, and we're moving in ways we don't in our day-to-day life. So that difference in sensation is not good or bad. It is just different because we stimulated the system, and that is exactly what we want. That is what creates neuroplasticity. That's what creates healing in our brain and our sensory systems. So whatever difference in sensation you feel right now, embrace it, love it. It is exactly what we are here for. It is good, right? And that change in sensation is the foundation for healing and for neuroplasticity. So be excited for those challenges and those changes, and embrace it with love and kindness and neutrality, and try to eliminate any other not so positive things that you might feel associated with that. So recognizing that physical, recognizing that kind of internal physical sensation as your body telling you a story based on what you did today. Embrace that, acknowledge it, but now let's set it off the mat. And then let's place it outside of the room, and let's place it outside of the building or home that you're in right now. As we work towards releasing any physical tension and releasing any extra thoughts that might be swirling, as we give our body a blank slate, and we give our mind a blank slate, and we recognize that we're here in this moment, right now, as a blank slate, open and free as we surrender to Shavasana, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And as we sit and lay in Shavasana, if anything starts creeping their way back into your thoughts or body, that's okay, that's normal. Just acknowledge that. Place it off the mat. Place it outside of the room, outside of your home. As you come back to Shavasana. And gently coming back to your breath. And coming back to your body. Wiggling your toes, your fingers. Feeling the sensation where you're sitting or laying. And if you're laying, gently coming up onto your side. And then finding yourself back in a comfortable seated position. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. And exhaling completely through your mouth. excellent job. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for working through some of the positions. We're going to continue to build on this. So thank you, and we'll see you next week.